You are listening to Hands at Work audio.
Meanwhile in Africa.
Meanwhile in Africa.
In Africa.
In Africa.
In Africa.
Meanwhile in Africa.
Meanwhile in Africa.
I just came back from Oshuk, which is one of the places where we work in Hands at Work. It's on the border between South Africa and Eswatini, which is Swaziland. But it's on the South African side. It is a very isolated community, and it's very tough for people in Oshuk, even just to get to social services, to apply for a grant. Sometimes they've got to travel very far to do that. In the last 3 days I spent in Oshuk, I loved every second. But I had to be honest, I was also so deeply shaken. At night it was hard for me to sleep. It made me think a lot about walls. We've heard so much about walls, building walls, tearing down walls, how we want to separate people by building physical walls, protect what is ours. But you know, there are also invisible walls. Walls of perception, walls of fear, walls that set us apart from people that we want to love, but as a result of circumstances around us, it just feels impossible to love them. If we are not very focused every day not to build walls between us and others, it's so easy that those walls are erected between us. I've seen that in Oshuk in the last 3 days. In one of our communities, Stabella, I watched the children as they came. They've got to keep social distancing before they get food. And of course, that's all rules that we want to keep and must keep. But there's about 2 meters between every child. And I started watching these children carefully as they stood there with their little masks. And oh boy, the wind blew in Oshuk. And the wind is battering against them. They're waiting in that line all by themselves, not talking to anybody, not in contact with their friends around them. I looked beyond the mask and I saw their eyes. It shook me. Eyes of loneliness. I watched our care workers who love these children so much. But I look at our care workers and for a moment I realize with the masks on, I can't see if they're happy or sad. When they say to me, wash your hands, I don't know if they reprimand me or if they're saying it with a loving smile. So now we live in a time where we've got to go much further in showing love, overcoming invisible walls, overcoming the rules and the regulations that we want to adhere to, but love supersedes all of that. We can feed, we can clothe, we can do all those things. If we don't show love, we show nothing. Showing love is sometimes tearing down invisible walls, as much as it is tearing down visible walls. Our children should be loved. People in your life should be loved. Let's love over our masks. Let's love through social distancing. Let's push until love penetrates through every defense system.
www.handsatwork.org